Today I promised a riff on the whiskey sour, which is going to be a coffee sour. And I'm very excited, and I'll show you how to make it and a few variations so that you can modify it for friends that either have allergies or are vegan. And while I'm doing that, I can tell you a little bit of the history behind the whiskey sour, but I wanted to tell you what I'm going to be using first. So I made my own cold brew. I've got my ice here. I've also got lemon juice here. I've made my own simple syrup as well. Got that here. That's 1 part sugar, 1 part water. Got my eggs sitting on standby right here. And this is not the type of tumbler used in a bar setting, so we'll see if it's going to foam the way I hope it will. So we're going to experiment with that together. So first off, I wanted to add 2 ounces of whiskey. Today we're going to be using the Brothers Bond bourbon. So when sailors were on the sea, they often had not enough fresh water. So what would happen is they would store liquors that were good at room temperature. So whiskeys and bourbons tend to still taste okay room temp, all right? And so that's how whiskey came to be a part of this equation. This is Brothers Bond whiskey. I grew up watching some Vampire Diaries. And I'm using a scale today because I have a pair of jiggers. I don't have a pair, I have one, and it's on this weird wand thing, and I'm not very fond of it. So I'll be using 2 ounces of whiskey. Nice. Well, spilled a little. Who doesn't spill a little when you're making a drink? All right, so we got that. All right, now I'm going to be using 2 ounces of cold brew to make it our coffee whiskey sour. Nice. Cool. All right, I'm going to add some of our lemon juice here. So the lemon is because sailors also tended to suffer from scurvy because they would be on a ship for a very long time, and scurvy is lack of vitamin C. So what they would also do is they'd store a lot of citrus fruits like lemons, limes, and oranges, and sometimes would mix those into the liquor, as legend would have it, to make it taste better, if you will. And so we're adding some lemon juice here. So we've added 0.75 ounces of lemon juice, which is 3/4 of an ounce first. So I'm also going to add 3/4 ounce of simple as well before I use this glass to put my egg white in. So you want to use a raw egg white as well. And so instead of egg white, if you would like, if you have somebody who's has an allergy or just honestly cannot fathom an egg white being in their drink, fair. You can actually use aquafaba. So aquafaba, I did not bring my,
Failure.
is the juice that's in the can when you buy a can of chickpeas or garbanzo beans. So you can just put that water into a glass. So when you strain the garbanzo beans, you know the liquid around it, actually save that. And then you can do 1 ounce is equal to 1 egg white, if you will, for this recipe. I know there are also foaming agents as well. I've seen people use a couple of drops of foaming agent, which can also be used for this. They're botanical foaming agents. So let's add this. So next what we're going to do is called dry shaking, because you don't want it to become too watery and you want to give it a chance to foam a lot. And when you're shaking this, you got to shake it vigorously. All right, we want to have a little bit of a workout where build up a bit of a sweat. Okay, so see, and this is, y'all, we have a problem. Well, watch me.
Trying is the first step towards failure.
Okay, well, all right. So now, once you've got a bit of foam in there, a lot of foam in there, feel free to add your ice. The barista in me never dies, so for hygiene purposes, I have this spoon. But if you feel comfortable in your own home using your hands with ice, feel free. Just put enough ice in there to make sure that it's nice and chilled. helps with agitation. Get that extra foam in there. I am so excited for this. You're also going to need a strainer for this one. This jigger has a built-in strainer. Not my favorite, but we're trying it out. Why not?
A few moments later.
Okay, and now we have our beautiful glass here. I'm going to remove the scale here. And then I don't want to take too long because I don't want this to be, well, let's do this since it's got an automatic strainer. Let's try it. Here we are. Let me just do a close-up. So keep in mind when you're drinking this is a coffee cocktail, so it's gonna have undertones of, it's gonna have a deeper flavor. I used a Brazilian and Ethiopian blend, and they tend to be a little bit brighter. It was citrusy because this drink has some lemon in it, and I wanted to sort of bring that up. And so this one is going to have a bit more of that. And if you want to have a sweeter drink, feel free to add a bit more of the simple if you'd like. It's tasty. I enjoy it. This one is definitely going to be a middle grounder for someone who wants a conversation style drink. With these ingredients, I probably wouldn't pay more than $18 for this drink, depending on what city you live in, because markups are wild. But if you're going to be making this at home, I would say, wintertime cocktail for sure. Fall time cocktail. It's nice. Maybe read a book while you drink it. Maybe small gathering type drink for sure. If you make it, let me know. Let me know if you tried any of the modifications. And also, if you wanted to make it non-alcoholic, you can just skip over the whiskey entirely and just make it with cold brew. So just add 4 ounces of cold brew. Hopefully, as time goes on, I can up my quality of video and audio over time. But I just really wanted to share this with you guys today. And thank you again so much for watching my YouTube video. And if you liked today's video, it would mean a lot to me if you liked the video and subscribe to my channel for more coffee recipes, coffee cocktail recipes, and story time. Also, I will link some of the videos and references I use down below if you'd like. Once I get my Patreon up, I can put those in the Patreon as well. I've been able to gather a lot of information, a lot of really cool booklets and pamphlets over the years from all the coffee conferences I've gone to. And so I'd love to be able to share those with you. I will list a few of them below. And yeah, once again, have a great day.